What's up guys, Batman here, and today we're giving you our spoiler-free review of Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
TST Gaming, your destination for all things gaming.
Without any further ado, let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about in this game is just how beautiful it is. Now with this, because it's a next-gen only game, the graphics are a huge upgrade from Fallen Order. And it's hard to believe that Jedi Fallen Order came out just 4 years ago. When you look at the bump in graphics, improvements, to their credit, I absolutely love Jedi Fallen Order. I think it's definitely one of the best Star Wars games that we have gotten in years because of its great storytelling, new character, and it really fleshes out the conflict in between the prequel and the original trilogy. Now, with this game, they basically improved on everything they could visually. Better performance, I felt. I know there's some performance issues specifically affecting Steam. Now, I am playing it on the Xbox Series X. I personally have not come across anything game-breaking by any means. I've noticed a few little things here and there, but nothing crazy. Nothing that really stands out and says, wow, this game was not ready to go. Because a lot of games these days tend to release a little too soon. I thought it was really interesting because while the game itself was announced in May of 2022, the first trailer that we got showing any kind of gameplay was shown on December 8th, 2022. And then they announced it to be a March. Then it was supposed to be a March release, which I thought was crazy that we would see such quick turnaround from the first trailer to that, because usually you have months and months of build-up. They, of course, ended up delaying the game just over a month, leaving it to land on April 28th, 2023. One of the other things I want to talk about is the gameplay. If you love the gameplay of Jedi Fallen Order, you're going to love the gameplay of Jedi Survivor even more. Not only did they bring back the combat and the puzzle jumping that is very much the main gameplay of the original, they improved upon it in almost every single way that they could have. I really don't know how there's going to be room for a third game to really improve on gameplay itself. It'll be very interesting to see. However, one of the things I love about this game is that the combat feels very fluid. The maps are big enough that there's a lot of exploration that's involved without making you feel too overwhelmed of just how much choice that there is in terms of going here instead of there. The next thing I really want to talk about, and they really leveled up in this department, is customization. The customization from the first game to this game is night and day. They have literally improved and added so much more that you can customize. It's not even funny. When they announced the pre-order bonuses for this game, I was thinking you would just have to wear the full outfit of whatever it is that you got the pre-order bonus for, full lightsaber hilt, so on and so forth. Not the case at all. You can piecemeal it, you can even change the colors of it and make it your own. When you find new gear throughout the game, you can quickly customize it, and even going so far as to change your facial hair and your hairstyle, which I don't remember was in the first game, if at all. So they've really allowed you to become Cal Kestis of your own variety and your own version. And they give you all the lightsaber colors pretty much at the get-go. I don't know if there's anything left that you're not going to be able to get in terms of colors. And I think that's great. Like, give us the colors so we can be whatever we want to be immediately, but then allow us to build and make the look. And that's what we're really changing over time. Not to mention, of course, they have new skills that you can put your ability points into that take up, like the Force and survival, as well as combat. And speaking of combat, the different battle stances, I think, is a fantastic way to really play your way. I'm a traditional Jedi player, and I like to have just a singular lightsaber, but sometimes when I'm fighting a lot of enemies, I'm just kind of feeling like I really need to defend myself a little bit more effectively. I'll switch to another style, because that's one of the beauties of this game, is that it allows you to fight your way, not just the way that they want you to. And that's something that I've really been impressed with. So the combat is fantastic. Because this is a spoiler-free review, I'm not going to touch on the story, but I will say that the cinematics feel really great. They look beautiful, and it meshes directly in-game seamlessly. And so all the little things they've done is taken the formula that worked for Jedi Fallen Order and improved upon it in just about every aspect. Honestly, if they can pull this off a third time, this will be one of the best Star Wars trilogies we've had in many, many years when it comes to not just movies, but games as well. Because this game series has the potential to go the distance. With having 2 games in a row being huge successes, I'm really excited for a third. Growing up as a diehard Star Wars fan, I have played the majority of games out there. And one of my favorites was the Force Unleashed game, because it really made you feel like a Jedi, or in that case, a Sith, and that you had all these amazing powers at your command in a way that we really hadn't felt or seen before, in my mind. When the sequel was announced, I was super excited for it, but the gameplay felt like they had tried to simplify it rather than improve upon it, and it just made for a more lackluster game. As much as I still enjoyed the game and would have loved a third to finish off the trilogy and see what the story of Starkiller would have been, I was really nervous about this one getting a sequel, because it's hard to catch lightning in a bottle twice. But with this, I feel like they actually have. I would rate this a 9.0 out of 10. Disney needs to really pay attention to this game versus some of the other games that have been put out over the last few years. So it's the acquisition of Lucasfilm, and see why this kind of game is working versus others. To not only inform them of what kind of games we want going forward, but what kind of stories and narrative experiences that we can actually enjoy and see what happens going forward, and allow that to influence the future of Star Wars. This one is definitely going to go down as a favorite of mine. I cannot wait to play it over and over again in order to find all the secrets. The exploration of this game is fantastic, and I want to know what you guys think of this game. Is it a worthy sequel to Jedi Fallen Order? In my book, 100% it is. But that's all we have for today. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching TST Gaming. Until next time, just play.